Hello friends, welcome to the video number 25 for the JavaScript video tutorial series. And in this video we're gonna be talking about the switch statement. And well, the switch statement is an alternative to the if block or the if statement. We're gonna be able to take decisions using the switch statement, but I think this is a more organized, easy way to write and to read, and of course to maintain. When we are uh, in a in a situation when we have several different possibilities that we want to have evaluated. So instead of having our if, else if, else if, else if, so on, so on, so on, and finally an else, we're going to be using this switch statement. So it's basically, I guess, a matter of which one do you prefer. But well, let's take a look at the switch statement, and then you will be able to take your decision. We're going to be using basically the same example we did in the video 24. We're gonna let our user decide which kind of drink he or she wants to have. So we're gonna have a variable, and it's gonna be drink, and we're gonna set this to T. Okay, and now we're gonna start with, of course, the switch. Switch. Then we put our parentheses, and inside of this parentheses we're gonna place any expression that we want to have evaluated. And in this case, what I want to have evaluated is my variable drink. So I'm just gonna say drink. Okay, so JavaScript, I want you to go ahead and using this switch, you are gonna evaluate, take whatever is inside of the drink, and again we're gonna place our curly braces, makes a little bit space, use our indentation. And now for the possibilities, the different possibilities, we're gonna call them cases. So of course we're gonna say, okay, in case the drink is an S, and for each case we're gonna end this row, let's say the case, with a colon. All right, it's not a semicolon, it's a colon. Okay, make sure to use a colon, otherwise you're gonna have problems. And here below the case, we're gonna write how many statements we want to have executed. In this case, of course, for simplicity, I'm just gonna do one. It's gonna be a document dot write, and we're gonna say here is your soft drink. Right? This is for an S. Yeah. We end our statement with a semicolon, and well, that's it for the switch statement. But this is not, of course, this is not everything. So please don't go away, don't pause the video and just go and try to write your switch in cases, because you're gonna start having problems. So stick to the end and you will see why. The thing is that I want to show you what happens if you don't put everything that you need to put in here. So let's do another case. This case is gonna be W, and we're gonna say here is your water. Now we're gonna say this is gonna be a C. Here is your cafe. No, coffee. Better. And now we're gonna say finally the T. Here is your T. Okay, so now I did this on purpose, of course, just to show you what happens. For example, here I have the T, and that's my last case. So what it has to do is come here and say, okay, switch. You're gonna switch between these cases. You're gonna evaluate the variable drink, and you're gonna see if in case this is an S, it's not an S. In case it is a W, it is not. In case it is a C, it's not. In case it is a T, well, yes, it is a T. Okay, so I'm gonna go inside, and I'm gonna do this document.write. So let's see what we get in Chrome. Okay, here is your T. pretty good. Now let's try with the coffee. Save this, refresh. Here is your coffee, here is your tea. What the heck is going on? I mean, there is something weird, of course, and if I take it to the extreme and I go to the very first one, you are probably already guessing what is going to happen. I'm gonna have all of them, right? Here is your soft drink, here is your water, here is your coffee, here is your tea. I didn't order all of these things. I just wanted a coffee. Well, in this case, I just wanted a soft drink. So what's going on? It's pretty much when we find a case that matches, it start doing just like everything inside. So we need to tell JavaScript to stop, right? I mean, we have already found the case that we were looking for. So just stop right there. And the way to do that is just saying break. You can see again, it's becoming a reserved word. So break, break. We have all our breaks, and this is not it. We still have one more thing to do. Small thing probably, but very, very important. But now we should have solved our issue. Let's see. Here is your soft drink, looking good. What about water? Here's your water. So pretty much it works okay. But what happens if we get a weird input like an X, or maybe we got nothing, just an empty string? What would happen? Well, we just get a blank uh, page. Well, in this case, or we get nothing from the switch. And well, we don't want to do that. We just don't want our user to be just hanging like that without knowing what happened. So we want to be polite with them and let them know that something went wrong, right? Remember, with the if, we use the else at the very end. And well, just take a look at the switch now before we go to the last thing that we're gonna cover. This is basically like an if, right? If drink equals S, then do this. Else, if drink equals W, do this. Now here you are starting to look at one advantage on the switch. You just have to write your variable, or the expression you want to have evaluated, just once, and then the value that you are testing. With the if, you have to actually write it again and again, like if else drink equals W, else if drink equals C, else if equals blah blah blah. Here is just once, and then just put the values, okay? And remember, with the if in the last, or to finish with the if, what we did was just put an else. So everything else, if we didn't find what we were looking for else, you are gonna do something. How do we do that in the switch statement? I mean, we can do it, of course, and we're just gonna say, okay, default. The default, remember to put your colon, not a semicolon, it's a colon. So the default, in case we didn't find any matching case, we're gonna say just a document dot write. I don't know what you want. All right. So now for this type of cases, for example, now we have an empty string. We can say, I messed something up. What am I missing? Yeah, I see it now. It's very important. Document. Remember that in one video I told you that I have a little bit of dyslexia. That's why I like to write everything before. But well, in this case, I wanted to write it during the video. But well, it's document.write. I have a misspelled document. Um, there we go. I don't know what you want. Okay, and even if they put something stupid like an X. I mean, why would you put an X? It's just an S, a W, a C, or a T. Well, remember, there is people that just like watch the world burn. So I don't know what you want. And if you get it right, pretty sweet. Here is your soft drink. Okay, enjoy. Well, that's about it for the switch statement. Again, it's an alternative for the if block. I think I mean, you make your own decision, but for me, it's more organized, easier way to write and to read, and of course to maintain. In case you have several different scenarios that you want to have evaluated, and see which one is the one that is matching with something, with some expression that you are evaluating. In this case, our variable drink. And the important things here, again, remember, well, the switch, of course, and then the expression you want to evaluate it, your curly braces for putting inside all the possible cases, and your case, every case with a colon, not a semicolon, a colon. Then put how many uh, statements you want to have executed. Then remember to put the break at the end of each case, right? Case, break, case, break, case, break. And of course your default, so in case you don't find any case, then you have a default behavior, so JavaScript will know what to do, and you can, well, take some action depending if nothing match with what you were looking for. Okay. Well, the next video we're gonna start finally talking about loops to repeat blocks of code as many times as we want or we need. Um, so as always, I hope that you have found this video useful. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share and like the video, and well, don't go far. We're gonna start talking about loops, and it's gonna be very, very awesome. All right, see you then.